This season, the Golden State Warriors' championship aspirations came to a crashing halt. After a promising start, the Dubs were quickly humbled in the playoffs, with Stephen Curry sidelined for much of the second-round series against the Minnesota Timberwolves, playing only 13 minutes in the decisive Game 5. Golden State was simply overmatched. The Warriors fell 4-1 in the series, leaving fans wondering where things went wrong and how the franchise could bounce back in the offseason. As the Warriors begin to shift their focus to next season, one name that is making waves in trade rumors is none other than Klay Thompson, the second half of the legendary Splash Brothers duo. Clutch Point's Jed Pagadwin has predicted that Golden State might make a move to reunite with Thompson, a four-time NBA champion, in a bid to revitalize their championship ambitions. While Thompson may not be the player he once was, especially given the struggles he's faced in recent seasons, the idea of bringing him back to the Bay Area is gaining traction. Pagadwin acknowledged that Thompson's performances over the last few seasons haven't always been stellar, particularly in the playoffs. However, he argued that the Warriors would be wise to give Klay another shot, especially if they want to make another deep postseason run. Thompson's legacy with the Warriors is cemented: 4 NBA championships, one of the most lethal shooting strokes the league has ever seen, and a partnership with Curry that redefined the backcourt position. Yet, his recent years have been marked by inconsistency. Despite the Warriors' collective success in the post-Kevin Durant era, Thompson's individual performances have often fallen short of his former All-Star level. In his first season with the Mavericks, Thompson's shooting percentages dipped, although he still managed to shoot a respectable 39.1% from three-point range. However, his scoring output saw a noticeable decline. The 35-year-old guard averaged just 14.0 points per game over 72 regular season games, far below the 20-plus points per game he had regularly averaged during his prime years with the Warriors. More troubling, though, is the fact that Thompson's defense has noticeably weakened, especially on the ball. His once stellar perimeter defense has faded, and he's not the same lockdown force he was during Golden State's championship runs. Despite these concerns, the Warriors could find themselves in a position to bring Thompson back, especially if the franchise decides to shake up its roster. Golden State's backcourt has changed in recent years, and the team may find itself missing the depth and shooting prowess that Thompson once brought. With Moses Moody failing to live up to expectations in the 2025 NBA playoffs, where he was relegated to the bench for much of the postseason, the Warriors could see a reunion with Thompson as a way to address their perimeter shooting struggles. Thompson's potential return to Golden State would also relieve him of the immense pressure that comes with being the team's secondary scorer, a role that may no longer be suitable for him at this stage in his career. Pagadwin noted that, with the Warriors no longer expecting Thompson to be a primary offensive weapon, the lessened burden could allow him to be more efficient and effective in his role. The trade proposal, as suggested by Pagadwin, would see Golden State sending Moses Moody and Gui Santos to the Mavericks in exchange for Thompson. It's a move that makes sense from a basketball standpoint. The Warriors need a proven shooter and a player who understands their offensive system, two qualities that Thompson still possesses, despite his diminished output. Meanwhile, the Mavericks would gain younger assets in Moody, a former first-round pick, and Santos, both of whom could contribute to the Mavs' future development. While the idea of bringing back Klay Thompson may seem like a stretch to some, there's a certain poetry in it. Thompson was one half of one of the most iconic backcourt duos in NBA history alongside Curry, and the two have been integral to the Warriors' dynasty. The thought of Thompson returning to the Bay, possibly as a veteran contributor to a title-contending team, feels like a fitting conclusion to the long-running Warriors saga. But will it happen? There are a lot of factors at play, and it's far from a done deal. Thompson's fit with the current roster, his aging legs, and his recent defensive struggles all raise questions. However, if Golden State believes they can get one more championship run out of their aging core, Curry, Thompson, and Draymond Green, they may find that Thompson's familiarity with the system and his three-point shooting could be just what they need to make another deep playoff push. For now, though, it's a waiting game, but the idea of Thompson making a return to the Warriors is a storyline worth watching closely as the offseason unfolds.